Good morning, friends. Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. This is day 2 for me. This is a Tuesday. So Tuesday is typically a full day at my muggle job, but because it is close to Christmas, 5 of my 6 clients canceled today. So I didn't know that going into the day, but it is as it is. I started my morning with group Reiki, the daily Reiki program that I am offering, that is just bringing me so much joy, so much focus, and really connecting me to my energy first thing in the morning too. So it's not just good for everyone else, it's also good for me. I then, because of my first cancellation, went ahead and did a tarot reading that I had on my books that gets me completely caught up until I start the year-end readings, which I will start next week. So if you want a standard tarot reading from me, that will happen pretty quick because I have none on my list. And this reading was absolutely beautiful. And then I did my reading for myself. I'm using the Insomnia Tarot. I'm considering actually using only this deck for myself for the month of January. I feel like I want to do a deep dive with it. I'm also expecting a really fun package from this creator late this week, early next week. So I'm very, very excited. Today's reading was centered around the 7 of Cups, and I was both delighted and frustrated with this reading. I'm not gonna lie. And what is quickly becoming my favorite part of the day was putting my reading into my tarot journal. I've noticed that I'm starting to have this tendency to glue them in at the time that I do the reading and then go back and make my notes later. I feel like this is a way to let things percolate in my brain a little bit and to think about how it's impacted my full day, not just how I thought the reading would impact my day. I am so thankful for Boho Tarot for just inspiring me to take a few extra minutes each day to create this beautiful record of my draws and my mindset. And now it's a reading for you. Hi friends. So I haven't been doing a lot of talking to the camera for Vlogmas. I say that like it's been more than like a day and a half. But it has a lot to do, honestly, with volume issues. And I'm very aware of like wanting to keep an even volume between voiceover and to the face forward recording. Good God. And I just, yeah. Anyway, a little update on me. Today is Tuesday, December 14th. Today I typically work my muggle job all day. I see usually 6 clients on Tuesday, and so far it looks like I'm going to have 1. The December is just wild for scheduling and canceling and not wanting to get sad or talk about hard things, which I totally understand. So yeah, I am trying to figure out how to best fill my day today. What is the most productive and necessary things. That's how I'm like, because of my list of things to do today, my list of things to do before January 6th is massive. I also Jolly Rancher. So today I'm prioritizing by necessary and productive. I wish I need to make one of those matrices. What is it, like, you know, necessary and time sensitive? I forget how that matrix works. This is why Chrissy doesn't front face talk to the camera, because my brain is all over the place. But while I'm here, let's do a short little tarot reading. I may actually try drive through tarot in a little bit. I can't use this deck because some of them are still on my printer. But let's use the Lunasol Tarot today. So this deck is new to me, so I very well may be looking at the guidebook, just because I think the decks themselves, words, hard. Decks themselves have their own energy. I really enjoy this tarot deck because it's Rider-Waite influenced, but it's much more inclusive, and the color palette is much more my style than the traditional Rider-Waite. I haven't done a walkthrough of this deck, but maybe I will. Oh my gosh, this Ten of Swords. Anywho, let's give it a shuffle. See what we've got today. So we're just going to do a basic spread that I really like from Katie Powers. She does a 2-card spread, what I'm doing well and what I could do better. So we're going to shift that from a 2-card to adding a 3rd card of a bridge between the two. So how to move, how to feed off of our strength into our collective weaknesses. Now, how does reading tarot for random people who will reach it at random time, reach it was a good word, who will access it at different times, right? How does all of this work? I don't know, but it does, and it's magic. So if this resonates with you, cool, take it. If it doesn't, know that it resonates for someone else. As I shuffle, I think of all of us, and I trust that there's room for reflection for each of us, because that's what tarot's about for me, and maybe an epiphany for one of us. What we're doing well, the 5 of Wands. What we could do better, 8 of Wands. And the bridge between the two is the 3 of Cups. So let's talk about this reading. So what we're doing well is really interesting. So the 5 of Wands, the way I read the 5 of Wands, is a card of misunderstandings, of not being clear in our communication, of like having this disappointment, like having things to say, but not being able to necessarily get into the fray, right? Maybe being concerned that our words don't hold value, that our words won't be heard, that our words aren't important, maybe that our needs aren't important. And seeing this show up in what we're doing well, I see this as just a kudos to how you're managing your boundaries right now and how you're aware of where you need to put your voice. You're inserting your voices in those places, and there's growth in that. So doing the 5 of Wands well, I feel like is setting, asserting, standing firm in your boundaries, allowing yourself to be in these conversations where there is potential to be misheard and misunderstood and to maybe cause some conflict, but you're going there. You're going into the hard places because you're doing well. What we could be doing better is the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is feeling overwhelmed. The 8 of Wands shows up when things are just rolling and we're just kind of along for the ride. Not necessarily a lot of focus, not necessarily a lot of sense of control, just sort of going with the flow, even when that energy feels like it's prodding you from behind and things are moving too fast. So the invitation that I see in the 8 of Wands, by the way, if you have the, what's it called? If you have the Tarot of Curious Creatures, the 8 of Wands card in that deck may be my favorite card. There's a link I do a walkthrough on my Instagram stories. I'll link below if you want to see the copy of this card from that deck, because it is so adorable and so expressive. Anyway, so what we could be doing better is managing the flow of our expectations. Taking the time to slow down to experience the holiday season, releasing some of that sense of rush to do, go, even if that's even if that's just nervous energy that we have from years or seasons past that may not be appropriate for this year, right? Being able to recognize when you feel pushed forward, when the pace feels too uncomfortable, when you're just not present because you're always ahead, being aware of that and staying in the present moment. So what we're doing well, boundaries. What we could be doing better, staying present in this moment. I see this as like boundaries with other people and doing better, asserting boundaries with ourselves, right? With our own expectations, with the purchasing of gifts, with the wrapping of gifts, with the making of goodies, with the going to the parties, how to say no to the parties, right? I see this as an invitation to find boundaries with ourselves and how we spend our time and how we show up in this season, and taking active steps to prevent this sense of overwhelm. So boundaries are good. Overwhelm could be better. And how we bridge these two, my friends, is the Three of Cups. We rely on other people. For me, today, that is totally reaching out to my friends and saying, I need a co-working date on Friday, or I'm not going to get anything done. Allowing others to support you, celebrating with others within this boundary, within what feels physically and emotionally safe for you, staying in that place, in that boundaried, non-overwhelmed space as you settle into the support, the love, the celebration with other people. What a lovely holiday reading. All right, friends, I am going to get some work done. Have a great day. I'll keep seeing you here. Then it was lunchtime, and we start lunch with a cat check. This is Albus. Albus is my boy. He's just a little guy. He loves to have his belly scratched. He had some health issues recently. Did you know that cats can get strep under their skin? Yeah. He was a scratchy boy, but now he's all better. This is our big buddy. Roly-poly Albus. And then in the chair we have our little Mercial cat. The coloring is off here. She's much more gray. She looks pretty apricot here, but she's our grouchy, judgmental gray girl. For lunch, I had leftovers from my kale salad that I made the day before. I love this salad. I added in some sweet potato crackers and a boiled egg with everything but the bagel. Everything but the bagel seasoning and Trader Joe's sweet potato crackers. In the afternoon, I did, because of all my cancellations, I did 7 narrative alchemy meditations. So these are guided meditations where I connect to your energy and we process feelings, emotions, and you get to listen to it on your own schedule. For dinner, I made chili. I've created a new method for chili that just has rocked my world, but I'm still going to play with it a few more times before I share it. This was one of the best pots of chili I've ever made, and we're going to eat on it for several days. And then I read and piddled around on the internet until bedtime. But I thought I'd show you my bedside crystals. This is the little collection of things that stay by my bed that I pack when I go with me, that help me be grounded and sleep soundly, at least best I can. So I hope you had a lovely day, and I will see you here tomorrow.